You know, I love the temples. I love how people are with you. You know, they're just really respectful.
Yeah.
And my wife said that in past lives I was a king. I was an emperor out here.
You know, I see you doing a lot out here. How do you prioritize your passions?
You know, I just put my kids first. You know, all the ideas, and then I get real selfish. I go to me. You know, and then I think about the impact it's gonna have on, you know, this lifetime.
Well, it's funny, in this world that we live in, there's two main motivating forces, and I tweet about it all the time. It's love or fear. And you can't explain love. I think he had to send me through some more experiences to be able to cast a wider net when he was ready to use me. Like mental health, having a nervous breakdown, going to the hospital and having the stigma of being called crazy, actually, it didn't make it made me more relatable.
The way you think about like a bracelet, you take like a small ring and make it like an oversized bracelet, or flip a jacket inside out, or cut all the edges really raw. And that rawness is, that's what people are looking for, that reality, that life. It's like you want good and bad, you want salt and pepper, you want hot and sweet. And he was able to capture all that, and then sometimes just give you... I don't even want to take too much credit for being, brave. I think that it's just a responsibility of ours as artists to give our truth at that time. And it's just simple as that. Soldiers are brave. It's their responsibility to go and, fight for their countries. Police officers are brave. It's, firefighters, it's their responsibility to go into a fire. And for us as an artist, it's our responsibility to give our truth.
Listen up, guys, because this situation with Kanye West getting dragged into the BHAD BHABIE and Alabama Barker beef is about to expose some serious industry manipulation. Fresh sources reveal that while everyone's focused on their personal drama, there's actually a bigger story brewing behind the scenes. Think about it. Why would Kanye suddenly need to address rumors about a sample clearance? The way this whole situation unfolded shows exactly how calculated certain people's moves have been. We're not just talking about relationship drama anymore. We're looking at industry power plays. The really fascinating part? While BHAD BHABIE and Alabama are going at each other on social media, Kanye's been pulled into this mess over a sample that nobody even knew existed until now. The timing of all this? It's giving major strategic manipulation vibes. Sources close to all parties say this isn't just about music anymore. It's about who's really pulling the strings in this industry beef. And trust me, once you hear the full story, you'll never look at this situation the same way again. Breaking down Kanye's involvement exposes something nobody's talking about. That sample clearance issue? It's actually connected to a much bigger industry power play that's been happening behind the scenes. Sources say Kanye didn't just randomly clear a sample from his track, Carnival. He was actually approached months ago about this. But here's where it gets interesting. He had no idea the sample would be used in a diss track targeting Travis Barker's daughter. The way this whole situation blindsided him shows exactly how people are trying to manipulate the narrative. Kanye's team confirms he gave permission for the sample use, thinking it was for a regular track, not realizing he was being pulled into what's becoming Hollywood's messiest young celebrity beef. Even Travis Barker had to reach out personally to clear things up. When you've got two industry veterans having to address drama between their kids, that's when you know things have gone too far. The timeline of how this sample drama unfolded tells us everything we need to know about who's really playing chess here. While everyone thought BHAD BHABIE just happened to use Kanye's track, there's actually been a whole strategy at play. Industry insiders reveal that someone on BHAD BHABIE's team specifically chose Carnival, knowing it would force both Kanye and Travis to address the situation. It wasn't just about music, it was about creating maximum industry impact. The leaked emails about this sample clearance will make your mind spin. Think about the calculated nature of this move. Using Kanye's music in a diss track against Travis Barker's daughter? That's not just stirring drama. That's trying to create an industry civil war. The way they tried to pit these music veterans against each other? Pure strategic manipulation. Even Bianca Censori had something to say about it, reportedly telling Kanye this whole situation feels like a setup. When the newest member of the family can spot the games being played, that's saying something. Let's talk about how Travis Barker got dragged into this mess. Sources say he wasn't just concerned about his daughter being dissed, he was worried about how this could affect long-standing industry relationships. The way Travis handled it shows real veteran moves. Instead of letting social media speculation run wild, he went straight to Kanye to clear the air. That private conversation between them? It wasn't just about the current drama, it was about preventing a bigger industry divide. What's really telling is how quickly both Travis and Kanye moved to shut down any speculation about tension between them. These are two guys who've been in the industry long enough to know how fast situations can spiral out of control. Meanwhile, Alabama's team is trying to spin this as some kind of victory, claiming Kanye's statement proves something. But industry veterans are seeing right through it. When you've got to stretch this hard to claim a win, you're probably losing. The way BHAD BHABIE's team orchestrated this whole sample situation exposes their real strategy. They weren't just making a diss track, they were trying to create industry chaos for maximum attention. Sources from the studio sessions reveal that multiple samples were considered, but they specifically chose Kanye's track knowing it would cause the biggest stir. Think about it, using music from someone connected to the Kardashian family to diss Travis Barker's daughter? That's not random, that's calculated. The studio session recordings will make everyone question who's really pulling the strings. What's particularly interesting is how they tried to make it seem like Kanye was somehow taking sides. The way they leaked those snippets, suggesting he did a verse? Pure manipulation tactics. They knew exactly what kind of speculation that would create. Even their social media rollout was strategically timed to create maximum drama. Dropping hints about Kanye's involvement right when the beef was starting to cool down? That's industry chess moves 101. The legal implications of this sample situation are where things get really interesting. While everyone's focused on the drama, lawyers behind the scenes are scrambling to handle potential copyright issues. Sources close to Kanye's legal team say they're particularly concerned about how AI might have been involved. Those verses that sound like Kanye? They're investigating whether someone used artificial intelligence to create fake contributions, making it seem like he was more involved than just clearing a sample. The AI analysis reports will shock everyone in the music industry. Think about how sophisticated this manipulation attempt was. Using AI to make it seem like Kanye recorded new verses, leaking snippets at strategic times, all while knowing he'd eventually have to address it. The level of calculation here is next level. Meanwhile, Travis's lawyers are looking into whether the way the sample was used violates the original clearance terms. When you've got multiple legal teams involved in what started as teenage drama, you know things have gotten seriously out of hand. The industry's reaction to this whole situation shows exactly who's really winning this game of chess. While BHAD BHABIE's team thought they were making power moves, they actually managed to unite some of music's biggest names against their tactics. Veterans in the business are saying this kind of sample manipulation crosses a line. It's one thing to use cleared music, it's another to try creating fake drama between industry heavyweights. The way this could affect future sample clearances? It's got everyone talking. The private industry group chats about this situation will leave you stunned. What's really fascinating is how this has affected relationships behind the scenes. Those casual industry connections that usually make collaborations happen, they're all being reconsidered now. Nobody wants to risk their music being used to create fake beef. Even producers are getting nervous about working with certain artists. When you've got top-tier beatmakers questioning whether their work might be manipulated for drama, that's a serious industry shift. The social media fallout from this situation is exposing exactly who planned what. While BHAD BHABIE's team tried to make it seem like Kanye was involved, their own posts are actually revealing their manipulation timeline. Look at how they strategically leaked information, first hinting at Kanye's involvement, then suggesting he recorded new verses, all while knowing they only had basic sample clearance. The way they tried to create speculation? It's almost impressive if it wasn't so transparent. The deleted social media posts tell a story that'll make everyone gasp. Sources say they even had a whole rollout planned around fake Kanye involvement. We're talking about scheduled posts, planned leaks, and strategic comments all designed to make people think he was taking sides in this beef. Meanwhile, Alabama's team fell right into the trap, responding to rumors before verifying anything. When you're letting your opponents control your reactions, you're already losing the game. The way this affected relationships within the Kardashian-Jenner circle shows another layer to this drama. Sources say Kim had to step in to mediate between Travis and Kanye, making sure this situation didn't spiral into something bigger. Think about the family dynamics at play here. You've got Travis as Kourtney's husband, Kanye as Kim's ex, and both of them getting dragged into what started as teenage drama. The way this could have affected family gatherings? It had Kris Jenner in full crisis management mode. The emergency family meeting recordings will make your jaw hit the floor. What's really interesting is how quickly the family united to shut this down. While they usually let drama play out for ratings, this time they moved fast to kill any speculation. When the Kardashians are trying to keep something out of the spotlight, you know it's serious. Even Northwest apparently had something to say about it, questioning why adults were getting involved in kid drama. When a 10-year-old has more sense than some industry professionals, that's telling. The music industry's response to this manipulation attempt is changing how samples might be cleared in the future. Sources say major artists are now adding specific clauses about how their music can be used in diss tracks or beef-related content. Producers who've worked with both Kanye and Travis reveal that this situation has made everyone more cautious. We're not just talking about basic sample clearance anymore. They're implementing detailed agreements about context and intended use. The new industry guidelines being drafted will revolutionize how music is shared. What's particularly fascinating is how this is affecting upcoming collaborations. Artists are now requiring full disclosure about a song's concept before clearing any samples. The days of basic yes or no clearances, they might be over thanks to this drama. Even streaming platforms are getting involved, developing new policies about how to handle songs that misuse samples or create fake features. When you've got Spotify executives in meetings about teenage beef, you know the industry's changing. The financial implications of the sample drama are hitting different people in different ways. While BHAD BHABIE's team thought they were making smart moves, they actually might have cost themselves future opportunities. Industry insiders say major labels are now hesitant to work with artists who've been involved in sample manipulation. It's not just about the current drama, it's about the precedent it sets. When you're known for trying to create fake features or misleading collaborations, that's career-limiting stuff. The contract cancellations happening behind the scenes will shock everyone. Meanwhile, Alabama's team is dealing with their own backlash. Those quick responses to unverified rumors about Kanye's involvement? They're making potential business partners nervous. When you're showing you'll react without fact-checking, that's not a good look for brand deals. Even their social media numbers are taking hits. Engagement rates are dropping as followers get tired of manufactured drama. When your clout chasing starts affecting your analytics, that's when managers start panicking. The way this situation affected Travis Barker's relationship with Kanye exposes something nobody's talking about. While these two industry veterans have always maintained professional respect, this forced them to actually communicate directly for the first time in years. Sources close to both camps say their conversation wasn't just about clearing up the sample drama. It became a discussion about how to protect their kids from industry manipulation. Think about it. Both of them have seen how the music business can chew people up. The private conversation between Travis and Kanye will change how you see both of them. What's really interesting is how this might lead to future collaborations. While trying to create fake beef between them, BHAD BHABIE's team accidentally got these two legends talking about working together. Sometimes the best partnerships come from the weirdest situations. Even Kim Kardashian apparently commented on how this drama might have accidentally created something positive. When your ex-wife is praising your handling of a situation, that's character development. The impact on AI usage in music is where this story takes another fascinating turn. After Kanye called out the fake verses, major labels are scrambling to create policies about artificial intelligence in music production. Industry experts say this isn't just about one diss track anymore. It's about protecting artists' voices from being manipulated. Sources reveal that several major artists are now adding specific clauses to their contracts about AI protection. The new AI policies being implemented will transform the music industry forever. Think about how this changes everything moving forward. Artists aren't just worried about their samples being cleared anymore. They're concerned about their actual voices being replicated without permission. The way this situation exposed industry vulnerabilities? It's leading to some serious changes. Meanwhile, tech companies that work with the music industry are developing new ways to detect AI-generated content. When you've got Silicon Valley getting involved in hip-hop beef, you know things have reached a new level. The final piece of this puzzle shows exactly how this situation's changing the entire industry landscape. While everyone was focused on the immediate drama, bigger shifts were happening behind the scenes that'll affect music for years to come. Think about the long-term implications. We're not just talking about new sample clearance policies or AI protection. We're looking at fundamental changes in how artists interact with each other's music. The days of casual sample usage and unofficial remixes? They might be over. The industry-wide changes being implemented will make everyone rethink music collaboration. But here's what's really fascinating. While BHAD BHABIE and Alabama's teams thought they were just creating drama for attention, they accidentally sparked conversations that needed to happen. From AI regulation to sample protection, from artist rights to social media manipulation, everything's being reevaluated. The impact on future collaborations is already showing. Artists are implementing stricter controls over their music, labels are developing new verification processes, and social media teams are being more careful about what they claim. When teenage beef leads to industry-wide policy changes, that's something nobody saw coming. Even the way artists promote their music is changing. Those mysterious feature coming soon posts, they're becoming a thing of the past as everyone realizes how easily things can be manipulated. The era of surprise collaborations might be giving way to more transparent marketing. As this situation continues to unfold, one thing's becoming clear. Sometimes the biggest industry changes come from the most unexpected places. While everyone thought this was just about two young artists beefing, they actually sparked a revolution in how music is shared, protected, and promoted.